Welcome back to Prime. I'm Paige Stafford alongside Emily Hargrove. The Legacy Senior Communities has expanded their services to include home health care. Legacy at Home allows seniors to stay in the comforts of their own home while recovering from surgery or illness.
And joining us today is Elizabeth Mason and David Eisenberg with Legacy at Home, and Louise Dunkerley, with the Legacy Senior Community. So they're going to tell us all about this unique service. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
David,
Yes.
the Legacy Senior Communities has a very rich and long history. Can you start off telling us a little bit about that?
Sure. We're 60 years old, and we were Golden Acres, and it was sort of in eastern Dallas, east part of Dallas. And we heard from our community that it's time to move and time to get a better, more convenient location. So in 2008, we switched over to Preston Hollow, which is right near North Park, easy shopping.
Right.
And we developed that in 2008, and along with our Legacy, the overall Legacy living community. So we opened up both of them during that transition period. So we're really pleased of the results.
You should be.
Yes,
and now home health. Elizabeth, can you tell us what that means?
So home health is as old as daughters caring for parents. In the modern term, we actually assist families to keep people at home. So we would send nurses, therapists, and all sort of support people and wellness services to help our family members stay in their home to receive the care they need.
And so Legacy at Home.
So
Tell me about
Legacy
that.
at Home. We launched in July of last year and serve families in the DFW area, and we can provide all of those types of services. Not only the personal support services, which could be people around the clock if needed, but visits by qualified nurses, therapists to get people well. When you have an illness or an injury and you have to go to the hospital or have surgery, most people prefer to go home and receive services to continue their return back to their normal healthy state or whatever level they were before.
Yeah, which makes sense, doesn't it?
It
I mean,
does.
that's if you want to be anywhere, you want to be at home.
The comfort,
Absolutely.
the security, the familiar surroundings, yes. I think most people prefer that.
And how many families have you served so far?
We've served 165 families.
In a year. That's great.
In a year. So, and that's just mostly word of mouth. We have a very supportive board and community, and Legacy is very well known for excellent quality services. So we are very focused and committed to providing that level of service.
And what do you think sets this apart from other home care providers?
Well, I think the depth and breadth of services that we can provide. So a lot of home care agencies can do these skilled intermittent visits where they can send a nurse or a therapist, but we can also combine that with a few hours of support services. So for example, if that's needed to make the difference between being in a facility or an institution and being home, we can do that. And then when people are past the healthcare need and they want to stay healthy, we can keep services in the home that will help them be able to stay there.
Okay, so how has Legacy at Home impacted the ability to allow your residents to age in place?
Well, that's a great question, Paige. As an organization, we believe in the art of living. What that really means is living well, not just living. And so adding Legacy at Home has really brought and enhanced what we do as an organization, because although we provide medical services, we also have a lot of services that just enrich the lives of our seniors. For example, at the Legacy at Willow Bend, we may have a couple that are living in our independent living community. And with the addition of Legacy at Home, it allows each of them to function independently, so they really have the opportunity to live their life to the utmost potential. And so bringing Legacy at Home was just a natural transition for all of us, because it really supports what we believe in as an organization, and that truly is living well.
Well, I think that the Legacy senior communities are very forward thinkers. So if this is happening in the comforts of someone's home, how do you screen your employees to make sure that they're providing the utmost service?
I think this is a place where we really set ourselves apart from our competitors. Many people might be surprised to learn that you can run a home care agency and send people to people's homes without even having drug screened them.
Wow.
The state of Texas requires the agency make a policy, but that policy, and many agencies' policy, is just to screen when there's a problem or an expectation or an incident or some thought that there might be an issue. So I think our commitment to a very thorough screening process. We do a personality profile, skills checks, drug and alcohol screening, a very thorough orientation. We have a team of nurses with 150 years of combined experience in home health to oversee, to select those individuals, to oversee their care. We listen to our patients when they discharge. They tell us the people that they like the most. Okay.
So is it always the same team that goes into the house? So they will see the same people?
So they see the same people. Continuity is very important.
Yeah.
It's very important. So they might have a team of 6 or 7 different people if they're receiving different types of services or different, many days of services. Yes, but we really focus on continuity. Right.
Now, David, what role does the board play?
Well, a very important role because it all ties into everything that we said. First of all, we're a nonprofit organization, and we're able to go out and get community leaders, lawyers, the attorneys, the bankers, the people that have been in business that combine this powerful thinking. And with that, we have to set our mission statement. What is our ethos? What does our culture want to be? And these ladies, I think, just explain to you our culture, that we want to have excellence, that we're going to demand hiring the absolute best, and have those checkpoints throughout to make sure we deliver the promise. That's what it's all about, delivering the promise to our patients so that we can have them live a comfortable life. So the board consistently checks that to make sure. I mean, outside of the financial attributes, which of course is important, you need to stay alive, otherwise you're not helping anyone. But beyond that, the services that we provide have to be at a very, very high standard.
And you're receiving feedback from the community. How are they reacting to this new service line?
We do receive feedback from the community, and all the board members are out in the community, and that's another interesting thing about the composition of a nonprofit board, that they're all across the board, so to speak. And we receive the feedback from the community and then translate that to the management here and move forward. So we're very insistent on keeping just extremely high standards. That's, as what's already been said, that's what separates us for this top level of community service.
I like deliver the promise.
It's so important.
Everybody could, if more people did that in the world, deliver the promise, and it would be a better place, wouldn't it?
Yes, thank you.
It's, I really like that. And the art of living too. It sounds
But we
wonderful.
believe in that, you know what I mean? It's our DNA. That's the difference. It's not lip service. We absolutely believe in delivering that promise.
I'm signing up with you all in 30 years' time.
Maybe more.
Maybe more.
Maybe
Some
more.
years left. But I'm curious about how this has benefited the medical partners that you've had for over 60 years.
You know, Paige, as a healthcare organization, we're all focused from hospitals to skilled nursing, home health, of really allowing those seniors to successfully age in their home, whether that be a residential home, in an assisted living community. And over the past five to 10 years, there's been a substantial amount of seniors that go in and out of the hospitals. And that is so traumatic for them. They never are able to get to that point of stabilization so that they can be independent in their home, that they can continue the lifestyle that they want. So adding Legacy at Home has been such a strength for us because we've always delivered great rehabilitation at both of our locations in Dallas and Plano, but this allows us to continue that great service in their home. You know, there's several reasons why seniors go back to the hospital, and the top 3 are mismanagement of medication. They don't follow up on their care plan when they're discharged, and then there's no follow through with their physician so that the communication is very clear and consistent. So having Legacy at Home follow patients, whether they come out of our skilled nursing or another skilled nursing or a hospital, allows that senior the ability to avoid the 3 major reasons that they end back up in the hospital. And it helps them train on how to manage their own disease process in the home so that they are reaching a level of independence. And ultimately, that gives them choice, which as healthcare providers, we all want to give to the seniors in the United States.
Right. So really quickly, what does the future hold for home health care?
Well, the future for home health care is fortunately are not going to grow. And the demographics are going to continue to move in that direction. The government is going to move to that direction as they want shorter stays in the hospital, more rehabilitation at home. So the future is for us is to plan the efficacies of what we have and build on that and improve it and expand.
Wonderful. Well, you can find out more about Legacy at Home at thelegacywb.org.
And follow Prime online at On Prime TV and Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll be right back. And thank you all so much for being here.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thanks.
Terrific.
Welcome back to Prime. We have got some very exciting news in the Prime family. Paige Stafford will soon be Paige Clark. She has just got engaged, and so we must show everybody this most beautiful ring.
Thank you.
I know whichever camera is gonna pull that up, but I want to hear all about the engagement story.
Yes. Well, I had kind of seen it coming, but it was a surprise. We were on our way to dinner, and we stopped by Lakeside Park down by Turtle Creek.
Gorgeous.
We've done that a couple of times, so it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. And then we went and sat on a park bench, and he handed me this letter, which, because I've complained before that he's never written me a love letter. So he pulled out this letter, and very sweet, and then at the end it said, "I have a question to ask you, ... And then looked up at him, and he got down on one knee. So,
so the first time that he writes you a letter, and it's when you get engaged. Well, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
And we had to flag down a biker to take a couple pictures of us.
Oh, you did? So was the biker just quite beside himself?
He was great. He took about 20 different shots.
Oh, just
so we couldn't have asked a better guy.
Oh, that is good. Rather than boom, there you go, I'm off.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So what are your plans? Have you talked about anything yet?
Yes, well, it's in the works. Spring wedding, hoping for April 6th. Have a very narrow window. But yeah, I've been kind of shopping around at venues and kind of getting the whole process started.
Oh, that is so dreamy. I love love. So anything that I can talk about in terms of love and romance and engagement is like a dream to me. So what would be your dream?
The Nasher.
Have you heard that, the Nasher Sculpture Center?
Wink,
that would
wink.
be her dream. Yeah,
Yes.
gorgeous. I mean, look at those lovely twinkly lights.
I just think it has an indoor and outdoor element, and I think it's perfect for guests they get to wander around and look at the outdoor sculptures, and I just think it's beautiful. We used to go there, my brother and I used to go there as kids all the time because it was my mother's favorite place. So it's special to me, and I just think it would be fabulous if I can make it work.
Well, I hope so, really, for your sake, because I know that you really want to do that. But if it wasn't the National, there's other great places in Dallas.
Yes.
With the Arlington Hall, Tony Romo got married there.
Right.
And then there's the Arboretum. That's a great place.
And then also the Jewel, they're doing some big renovations, I just heard, that will be done in January. So that could work out too. I saw a sketch yesterday where they are going to have this incredible rooftop terrace that I think would be amazing, and a glass elevator that goes from the bottom floor all the way up to the rooftop terrace, and I just so that would be excellent
I could
too.
see you in your wedding dress in the glass elevator, rising up, just like an angel,
looking over downtown Dallas,
and all your fans adoring. Oh, I love it. Well, as long as the most important thing is that it's you, Dawson, your family, your friends, and that you just have the most amazing day.
Right, and try not to get caught up in the planning, and just remember that it's a happy occasion. And
yes, don't turn into Bridezilla.
No plans of doing that.
None of that.
Right.
Well, Paige, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We will hear more in the spring 2013. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.